everyone, Neil here, back with another episode on our custom furnace. Just went and tried to get some Oreos, but all the Oreos are gone. I assume that my children ate them. Ate them. It's kids, man. I know what Bill Cosby was talking about when he talked about being a parent. These kids and the stuff and the things and they're eating up all the food. You know? Kids, man. Have them. Please. I dare you. So anyways, container. We have a method that we need to create and that is the transfer stack and slot. And you know what, really? What is the purpose of all of this? It's in that way, when you shift click fuel, it goes into the fuel slot. When you shift click stuff that can be smelted, it goes into the into slot 0. And if it's stuff that you've already cooked, it can be pulled out. I'm not going to go through and type this whole code. Straight up, not going to do it. Nope, not happening. I don't think it would be a benefit of my time to go through all of it. Step by step, keystroke by keystroke. So what we're going to do is we're going to come into net.minecraft.inventory and we're going to go to container furnace and we're going to scroll down and we're going to grab this whole thing, this whole method right here, and we're just going to paste it in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of explain how some of this works. I'm not even going to really, well, yeah, actually I am going to clean this up because that's how I do. So what's happening here? You have an item stack, and that item stack is really whatever is in that particular slot, right? So if the slot doesn't equal null and it has a stack, what we want to do is we want to turn item stack 1 into slot get stack, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to create this item stack out of whatever's in that slot. We're going to get it. So if par 2, which is the slot, if it equals 2, we're going to merge item stacks with whatever we currently have in our inventory. Otherwise, we're just going to do a slot change and we're going to move it down to set inventory. If the slot equals slot 1 or slot 0, we're going to check to see whether or not there's a furnace recipe for it. If there is a furnace recipe, we're going to merge the item stack and bring it down out of that slot. If it's a fuel, we're going to do the same thing, and this is going back up as well into the slot, right? If we're clicking on coal, it's going to go up into the coal section. You feel me? I know that I'm really giving you the freeze-dried version of this, and I'm sorry, but again, as I said, I don't think it's really valuable for either of our times to kind of go through and really just poke through this whole thing here. So you'll notice that we just copy and paste this straight in, no errors, no nothing, right? Unless we create an error. Balls. Like so. So yeah, let's save this. Let's jump in, check it out, because we still got some other methods that we got to work out, and this will be done with our container class. With this, we will have no more to work on. No more. All done. So let's jump in, and we have our guy right here. Remember that we're still lacking our NBTs and stuff, so this still thinks that it's doing stuff. So we can shift click in coal, and where does it go? It goes into slot 1, because that's where this part of the method comes in, right? This balls, whereas it is item fuel, right? Tile entity furnace, and we actually want this to be tile entity alabaster oven, like so. That's how it knows, hey, when I shift click, it needs to go there. When I have things that I want to cook, it goes there, right? Because we have a recipe. There's a recipe for that. So that's pretty much the class. We can't shift click any stone in because there's no recipe for it, right? We can't shift click a washer in because there's no recipe for that, right? If we were to come over here and no, I'm thinking like my chest is my inventory. If we come over here, we grab a stack of iron ore and we shift click that, it's going to go in. Now the big question is will it do it with our custom ones? So let's take some tin and try it. It works. In, out, in, out. So that's really what that method is, right? It's a lot of stuff. It's pretty convoluted going through that, but really just focus on that's what it's doing. It's checking the slot. Is it fuel? Is it something you can cook? Is it something you want to pull out? If it's slot 2, right, this one right here, if it's slot 2, just pull it down. Pull it down. We're all good, right? I like vanadium, or oh, you know what? We did vanadium. No, we want to do vanadium. Let's throw some vanadium ore up in here. Let's let that cook. Right? Look at these pretty ingots. Here they come. Ooh, giddy. Giggity, giggity, goo. I got some work to do in my lang file. I'll get there. Alright. Container's done. So, let's give it a round of applause. It's been nice hanging out with you, container class. But, fuck off. And let's jump into our tile entity. Because, right, we have those beautiful, beautiful vanadium ingots cooking right now. They're just cooking away. They're yummy. They're this nice, beautiful pink color. My daughter helped pick that out. But the problem is if we go away, right, if we exit this and then we come back in, those are going to be gone. And there's a couple of methods that we have to put into our tile entity. One is called read from NBT, and the other one is called write to NBT. And really what that does is it saves these values and the progress of where we're at in the middle of that. Right? So let's do that. Let's get that done. So, where do we want to put it? We'll just put it right here. Put it right here. These methods are pretty straightforward. They're pretty key. If you were watching the original series, I went into these, but I don't feel like I did a good job of explaining them. So we're going to do that now. Public void read from NBT. And this is actually coming out of a class called NBT tag compound. I can't fucking spell for shit. And we're just going to place that into NBT like so. Let's do our imports, of course. There's only one of those, so we don't have to worry about like another class ninjaing it from us. And we'll do super read from NBT, and we're going to say NBT. Oh yeah, like so. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a list, and we're going to start pumping these things into the NBT. And what is NBT? Well, that's a good question. What is NBT? I'm pretty sure that this is a Forge article. Nope, this is actually a Gamepedia. So we come over here. Named binary tag is format used by Minecraft for the various files that it saves to. So this is really what we're doing, is we're going to be saving this data to this nice little tag, right? And then that way when we jump back in, we can pull it back out. Sweet. Sweet, that's NBT. You saw where I was at, right? Right here. Pause it, go check it out, read up on it if you want to. All the cool things that we can do in there. I have to get rid of that because otherwise it'll be like, hey, what you doing? And we'll end up on Imager looking at cat pictures and shit. So I have to get rid of that. Self-control. NBT tag list, and we're just going to name this list, and we're going to say NBT.getTagList because we're reading it right? We haven't written anything. We're pretending that there's stuff already in there, and we're reading it out. We're going to get tag list, and we're going to say we're going to get our items, and our value is going to be 10, like so. Control Shift O, that'll get the NBT tag list in there. We're going to say this dot slots equals new item stack, and then this dot get size inventory. So you remember when we made that method, right, up here, why would we ever need to figure out the size of our inventory? Well, that's so that way when we're reading from NBT, we know how many things we have to put back into our slots when we come back into the game. Smart stuff, huh? We're going to say int I, because we're doing a for loop. Int I equals 0. You guys remember, start those at 0, don't start them at 9. Right? Give us a bug. Is less than list.tag count. List.tag count, and we're going to say I++. So how many things do we have in there? We're going to loop through that, and we're going to say NBT tag. I wish I could just like hit the tab key and have that like come out, because I cannot spell compound to save my life. Compound, did it right the first time. Booyah. Oh fuck. Oh man. I hope you guys are having fun, because I'm having a blast. NBT tag compound. List dot get compound tag at. And that's just going to be I, because that's what we're iterating through. So, byte B is going to equal compound, because we're referencing our NBT tag compound, compound.getByte, and it's going to be slot. That's what we're calling it, slot. Like so. So, what we got to do is we got to grab this stuff. We got to grab it out, yo. I did something wrong here. Okay. Oh. If B, which is our byte, so if B is greater than or equal to 0, and B is less than how many slots that we have, right? So really what we're saying is that between 0 and, in this case, 3, right, because we have 3 total slots, this dot slots dot length, like so, what we want to do is we're going to say this dot slots B is going to equal an item stack, load item stack from NBT compound. So you guys, can you feel that? Right? What we're doing is we're going through and we're grabbing each of these individual things, and we're loading them back into our slots that we have. God, I love learning. Yeah. We're going to go down 2 braces, and then we're going to say this dot, and this is the one that I like, because you would notice that, like, when I would exit out of Minecraft and then we'd lose all our stuff and I'd go back in, my burn time was still there, right? And so what we're actually going to do here is we're going to say this dot burn time is going to be equal to int nbt dot get short. Now again, we haven't put this stuff in there, but it's going to be burn time. So really what we're doing is, in our right one that we'll do here in a second, we're actually storing that value in there. So then that way, even if we're in the middle of a cooking project and we have to bail out because our 4-year-old is wiping poo on the walls, and then we can come back and we can Minecraft some more. We can be like, hey, I'm still cooking. I still got the kettle on. Yeah. Cook time. Current item burn time. And we're really just going to do the same thing in here. We're just kind of giving them names when we stick them in to NBT. We're going to give them these same names, and when we're pulling them out, we're referencing those. So really what we're saying is, hey, whatever's in NBT under the name current burn time, we're going to pull that out and put it into this dot current item burn time, like so. One last thing, if nbt.hasKey custom name this dot localized name equals nbt dot get string custom name. Booyah. Very nice. That's our read from NBT method. So let's show how we put all this stuff in, right? Let's do that. Public void. I'm learning how to write public, right? Hopefully I can start that with compound. I'll probably get that figured out as soon as we don't have to do them anymore. NBT tag compound. I gotta stop talking about it because I'm making myself screw up. Any guesses on how many energy drinks I've had today? If you've been watching my videos, you know I'm a fan. I had 3. Yep. So pretty much the same thing. Rather than remember that now we're actually putting things into this. So we're going to say NBT, we're going to set short, and this is going to be burn time. So this is where we're actually going to put in our burn time. And so what is the second value going to be? Well, we're going to cast it as short because it's a short. It's set short. And we're going to say this dot what? Burn time. Say what? Burn time. Wonder if you guys are old enough to remember that. What I'm referencing. That was a pop culture reference. Cook time is going to go into short this dot. What do you not like? No quoties. This dot cook time. NBT dot set short. And what did we have up top? We had current burn time. Then this is going to be short. This dot current item burn time. So we put all 3 of those in, right? We dumped all 3 of those in, so that way we can pull them out up here. So let's do a list. NBT tag list, which is just going to be list. And we're going to say it's a new NBT tag list. No imports, so we're good there. For int I equals 0, as long as I is less than this dot slots dot length. And let's increment that. Yep. didn't start it right, but that's okay. Like so. So what we're going to say is if this dot slots of I, because we're essentially iterating through each of these slots, right? If it does not equal null, so if it's not empty, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Why do I have that? I didn't close that up right. Boo on me. So if that does not equal null, what we are going to do is we are going to say nbt tag compound. I can hear you guys cheering. I'm cursing myself. Tag compound. Just shut up about the compound already, Nathan. Fuck. We're trying to learn here. Trying to watch a video. Dot set byte. So what are we doing? We're putting all this stuff in. We're iterating through each of our slots, and we're putting the information into NBT, so that way we can call it out later. Slot byte I. Yeah? Yeah. Like so. This dot slots of I dot write to NBT compound. I love it. List dot append tag compound. We're going to go down 2 braces, and we're going to say NBT dot set tag, right? Did you not like that, friend? NBT dot set tag. Okay, we're good. We're good. Items. And it's going to be our list. Oh, you're kidding me? There we go. If this dot has kind of like what we did before, has custom inventory name. Has custom inventory name. We're going to say nbt dot set string. I'm just having trouble all over the place here tonight. Custom name, kind of like we had before, and this dot localized. This dot localized name. We should have 2 braces below that, and then of course our final brace for our entire entity. So this is our NBTs. Let's jump in and test it out, see where we're at. Alright, so we're going to be able to remember what we're doing. Let's go get some more of our vanadium. Let's do nickel this time. We're going to get some coal as well. Let's throw some nickel in there. Let's shift click some coal in there. We're going to let this cook, and we are going to save and quit, and we're going to quit, and we're going to blah 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 do. Not help. We're going to roll back in there, and we're going to test our. So our write to NBT happened when we exited. Now we're going back in, and our read from NBT should take effect. Oh. It didn't work. It didn't work. What's going on? there's probably an error in the code. And rather than having you guys watch me poke through all this code, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and I'll be back in a... And now back to our, So, what did I do wrong? This is a small oversight. When we're writing to NBT, we're saying that the tag is items. When we're pulling them out, we're looking for item. Let's put in our S. Now, I've already been in and out, so we're going to have to... Sorry, scratching my ear. So we're going to have to kind of... we're going to go in and you're going to see that my stuff is there already. So let's take this out. Right, let's be legit. Let's actually just pick up the block, place it back down. We're going to put in these. We're going to let it cook, so that way we have occupation of all 3 slots. There are actually 5 NBTs going on here. There's, right, slot 2, this right here, current item burn time, slot 0, slot 1. Right? So let's wait until it's right in the middle. And we're going to exit. Yep, we're going to exit, save and quit, shut it down. We're going to jump back in, and we should be picking up pretty much right where we, not pretty much, right exactly where we left off. Voila, like so. Consistency. Alright, so we've got that. Oh, you know what, let's jump back in here. There's still more things that we need to do, though. Whoa, too high. Game mode 0. Ooh. Oh, the sun's coming up. I probably couldn't go mess with them anyways. Whoa, we didn't want that to happen. Did we not set our hardness on that? I could have swore we set the hardness on that. Good Lord, we didn't. Did our items pop out? Nope. Nope, nothing popped out. So what do we want? We actually have to say, hey, when you have stuff in a slot and you break the block, make sure those items blow up everywhere. That didn't happen for us. Right? We got our block. Apparently we can't stack those. Can you stack furnaces? I'm positive you can stack furnaces. Positive. You're not supposed to be able to stack iron hammers. I know that. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, so we'll need to adjust the max stack size on that. That's weird. So set the hardness, because it has no hardness, and do the max stack size. So we'll come back, we'll do that later. Pretty good episode. I feel like we got a lot done on this one, like visible progress. I liked it when we go in and we're making these things. We have like we walk away from the episode. Yeah. Let's smoke a cigar. All right, guys. LOL. Lots of love. Not LOL. Like, comment, subscribe. I will let you know we're wrapping this series up. I have a lot of requests. A lot of honeydews, as I call them. You're all my honeys. I want to do custom mobs first, because I want to get in and show you guys Techne. And we're going to tootle around in that. What did I have on my ideas list? Where is my ideas list? Shapeless recipes, we did that. We did that. We did that. We did that. So we have a custom crafting table. So we're going to do custom mobs, and that is going to be both hostile and not. What are some of the other things that you guys want? You wanted a custom rendered block. Eventually we will get into biomes. We will get into dimensions, but that's like a dimension. and biomes together because you want multiple biomes in your dimension, like think Twilight Forest. Yeah, we'll be at it for episodes, like 40 episodes for those guys. So let's wait a little bit for that. But yeah. So anyways, send me some ideas. I've updated that list. Until next time, like, comment, subscribe. I love hearing from you guys, so add me on Skype, nxwhitney@gmail.com, or send me an email if you need any help with your code. I'm always here for you guys. Takes me a while to get back to you, full-time job and kids and all that shit, but hey. Anyways, enough about me. Have a good night.